rating season 5 of My Hero Academia. What you got? What you got for me? And
I give it a 6.7, 6.8.
what I gave it?
I stick with a 6.8.
8.5.
You're fucking bugging.
That was an amazing season, bro.
That
was an amazing season. That shit was an amazing season. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. That's exactly what we needed.
No 8 at all.
Why not? Why not? Tell me why. Tell me why.
That shit not deserve it.
Tell me why.
As much as an 8.5.
Tell me why.
We seen the same shit before.
They are students.
They're so
in a high school.
So you tell me if they do the same shit in the next fucking season. Oh yeah, they're a student in high school. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Show us something different, sir.
It sounds biased.
Which they did show us something different with the second half of the season.
Coming off of season 4, where they didn't show us half of the class. They didn't show us Bakugo. So like coming off of that into this, I'm like, this is exactly what we need. Show us the entire class. Because the last season, the entire class wasn't showed. And that shit, and I don't know what the fuck you wanted to see. I didn't know what I wanted to see neither. But when that shit started and it was going, I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking fire. I'm enjoying this shit a lot. I'm like, niggas showing you shit. That shit was good. Okay, Bakugo character was a fucking highlight for me. That nigga lit. That nigga was giving me Vegeta vibes. I'm not gonna hold you. The fact that he could stay Bakugo, the same Bakugo that was bullying Deku, but somehow become like a hero, saving niggas and helping him. He's Bakugo, but now he's a team player. And the exact same nigga at the same time. That shit was very impressive to me. And the second half, and the stuff with Endeavor and his character and his family and stuff, I'm like, this is some...
I feel like they were forcing it, though.
No,
a little bit.
I didn't feel that.
I feel like they were forcing
why you felt like that?
I mean, for the previous season, it was a little forced with how they were trying to make him the number 1 hero and all that shit. Because remember, prior to that, we've never seen anything about him trying to thing with his family or none of that. We didn't get none of that until coming on to that ending of season 4, when they start trying to make him the number 1 hero, and then they start showing flashbacks, I guess. Oh no, they didn't show flashbacks yet. They were just showing like he started getting his beard flames start growing out and shit, and then he was like he's trying to, convince his family that he's changed and shit. But like all that was just starting to feel forced. Then you got it. I still fuck with it.
No, I disagree because first it started off with him and the number 1 hero thing. Cause like remember he was like, yo, this is not the way I wanted to become number 1 hero. Yes. But even in season 4, there was the moment when it was in the bleachers thing with him and All Might. But he was like, yo, what does it mean to be number 1? And it's like, why do you smile? Why the persona and shit? And that's when it started for him. And he's like, all right. So coming into this season now, it was building off of that. Of like, now he's trying to be more friendly to like, even like when he was fighting and the kid in the street, of not just being some type of, hey nigga, go away. Of like being a hero, of like making everybody feel comfortable as a number 1 hero. Being the new symbol of peace. Because like you taking over from All Might. The nigga who wasn't just a hero, but embodied making everybody feel safe. That shit was just as important as saving lives. And that nigga pull up, I am here with the smile and all that shit. He's like fucking John Cena or some shit of like, everything he do has to be charming with it. So now you this big villain type vibe, but you a hero. And it's like, you save people, but you don't make them feel safe. They feel like you a bad guy. So it started off with that and then bled into his family. He's like, I can't just be that for everybody else. If I'm already going to do that, I might as well go fix my broken family, which is also weird for anime because we used to having the bad dads. To see this nigga be a good dad, I'm like, this is a new route for anime, which I also like too. But it was like that. It bled from him being a good hero to like, how am I going to be a hero to everybody else and have a fucked up family? So now he starts trying to fix his family. That shit was amazing to me. That shit was amazing to me. Not just good. That shit was amazing.
Shit was good.
The way they did it, I don't know why you said it felt forced. That shit was amazing.
It's still a feeling forced because it's like we never like prior to that, when we got to the ending of season 4, and then it started bleeding into the other shit, and then like you see like he was trying to like got family time and all this stuff, so like it already felt forced in season 4. It already did. So now we getting a new deeper dive into his character or growth with his character. Like, yo, I'm trying to get my family back. I'm trying to make sure I'm a better dad from what I used to be. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that. That shit I fuck with. I just felt like it just started feeling like a little forced. I'm like, alright, my nigga. Like,
I didn't get that at all.
You know, like in Vegeta shit, like, that nigga was cold-blooded or whatever. But then you see instances where, like, he's changing. But he's still that nigga. When you with the whole trunk sequence, he's still trying to act like, yo, I'm the fucking prince and da-da-da-da and all this extra shit. Like, I don't really give a shit. Be a man. Boom. Whatever. But then when you see instances like, yo, there's room for him to grow. It's just taking time. And then when Trunks got fucked up, when he thought Trunks died, niggas like, that's my fucking son, nigga. And he started doing his shit. I'm like, yo, a nigga lit. And then now you got into Super when niggas like, yo, I'm put aside training. It's my boy right here. I gotta be a father and all this extra shit. So they didn't feel no force anyway type because it was instances where they're showing this nigga. Yes, he was focused, obsessed with Vegeta. That's why I said like he's similar to Vegeta because he obsessed with fucking be better than All Might. Right? That was just all we were getting. But it was never instances where he's like,
nigga, when he asked him, what does it mean to be number one? That was the instance.
No. That had nothing to do with fucking season 4. Not season 4. That had nothing to do with his family.
Nigga, that's how it started. I just explained. That's how it started. Yes, what it means
to be a hero. Yes, he never looked at other family, like how they portrayed this nigga. He was never looking at. He was always looking at Todoroki. You always wanted Todoroki because of power and all that shit. You wanted his son to be better or great as he is. So, because he has his flame shit. The other niggas don't have this shit. So he's like, yo, fuck them other niggas. That's how it portrayed to me in the first couple of seasons. Fuck them other niggas. This is my son right here. So when he asked him that, like, I think they showed Todoroki. They didn't really show any fucking anybody else. They showed Todoroki only. We already know that, yeah, this nigga's trying to make Todoroki that nigga. Because that's what we see this nigga as. Like, yo, you have my flame shit, you my son. So when they start getting into the ending, when I started feeling like it was getting forced being him number one and shit, be the justice and all this extra shit. I'm like, that was feeling forced. That was feeling forced because, like, we already know when All Might step down, we know he's gonna be the number one hero. So now they're giving us, oh yeah, I gotta stand for number one. I'm gonna put my hand up and give my shit, niggas. Yeah. Let me point to you. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that shit was feeling forced. I still fuck with him though, but it was just feeling forced. And then got to season 5, and then he on his family thing, and I'm like, alright, bro.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, you doing too much. I'm like, you're not doing too much, but I'm like.
I
was a little forced. I'm like, but I still fuck with it. Because he was a deadbeat dad. Not deadbeat dad. He was a fucked up dad.
I saw the progression of how it went into that. I don't think it felt forced. I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, all other than that, niggas just training. That's cool.
I don't know what the fuck else you want them niggas to do.
Countless times in the previous seasons. And
they are heroes in training. They are supposed to train. Okay, you want the villain association to attack every season, nigga?
No, but like, show me something, bro. Like,
see, now you just
like they showed fucking Bakugo with the whole shit they're doing, and then him. Not Bakugo. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, not Bakugo. What's his name? The main character name Deku, and how him whip the whiplash and all this shit, and I'm like, okay.
That's still
so now you gotta train for that, and I'm like, alright. So now you gotta train for all the 6 different powers he's about to get. On top of that, he even mastered one for all. So it's like, bro, like. His progression, his progression is fucking slow as fuck, bro.
I don't know.
How long we gotta fucking wait?
Something
fucking
is
like my body.
But
I mastered it. I can only use a percentage of the whiplash, not even fucking one for
now,
all.
By the end of season 5, he could use Black Whip.
No, not to the fullest. He said it himself.
But he can use the shit.
Yeah, the little whip thing. That's it.
So he needed.
Yeah.
No, like what he needed to do with that, he can, like, it's functional. He can use the shit in the
fight. Shit is dumb.
How?
What the fuck, bro? Like, use the shit. It's not like Whiplash is like crazy, like, what name?
Black Whip.
Black Whip. Or
Whiplash. Black Whip, bro.
It's like it's like now I'm going and thinking of every seasons. I don't know. They said the next season's gonna be the last, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't see that unless it's a long ass season.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
But they told you all the other quirks that he has now, they all fuse with the DNA of All for One now. So it's not just the quirk. Like, all them quirks is on crack. So it's not.
That shit don't make no damn sense.
How does it not make? Something is wrong with you, bro.
That shit don't make no
all them quirks he got is on crack. It's hard for him to control that shit. He already only could control 20% of All for One. And now you got the 6 quirks. I don't know why you want to rush a nigga to grow faster.
It's like, him, bro. It's just
you are rushing him.
No, bro.
How you tell?
That shit is whack.
I don't think it's in something.
We in season 5. Like, what the fuck?
You can't.
We're in season 5. He doesn't have to. You know, like how Todoroki, like, everybody's in training, but you get to see how these niggas is using their powers. And
his
it's
quirk is way stronger than all of them.
So the fuck what, man? Like,
none of them could have.
Season 5, Kareem. Season 5.
None of them would be able to handle his quirk either.
I don't know about that.
Who?
Bakugo and Todoroki, yes. To more to extent than what he's doing. I really feel like everybody that has a quirk would handle it, would push it a little bit more than what he has.
From what we've seen of like working out and physical strength, Deku is probably the physically strongest one out there.
I'm sorry.
Who's physically stronger than Deku? Who is physically stronger than Deku?
There's nothing in there.
Who is physically stronger than Deku?
They would be going through the same physical strength that he's going
through. Then they would have been at the same place he is at now.
Nah, they would just be better using the quirk than him. Why do you think he has self-doubt too?
I don't see that.
Bro, Flame and Ice nigga is definitely going. That nigga is definitely using that quirk better than fucking with Nick. Get the fuck out of here. You're tripping right now.
I don't see it.
You are tripping right now.
I don't see it.
How did All Might get to do it?
All Might, nigga, look, Nick, what is wrong with you? All Might is way stronger than these niggas.
He still was way able to do it. Remember, he was at a young age.
He was stronger. Maximilian, the nigga. Why I keep calling him that shit? Lemillion, the nigga who they said was supposed to get the quirk. He would have been valid with it. He would have been able to probably use the shit to how the fuck you supposed to use it. Deku and them niggas, no. None of them was. They always gonna be at the same level.
Them niggas using like a piece of that nigga shit.
20%. I see nothing. I see nothing wrong in that.
That shit look like 20%. You just jumping around and hopping and shit.
You just don't.
Yo, like bro, that nigga that ass hopping around and shit. I'm like, that shit is cool. He been doing that for the past 3 seasons.
Something is wrong with you, bro.
He been doing that for the past 3 seasons. Doing that little shit. You know,
I don't think this is an unbiased take from you. I think you're being Skip Bayless.
No, that's an unbiased.
I think you're driving an agenda right now, bro. What you got against Deku? Skip Bayless?
I fucking love Deku, brother.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not.
I think it's smart as fuck, bro. That's one of the takeaways from my shit from the nigga. Like, he's smart as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But, nah.
Nah. And getting to now, alright, fine, that's whatever. The second half of the shit with the villains. Oh, and even before that, how they started it off with Hawks being like playing.
I think he's gonna die.
Hawks? I see that too. I think
somewhere just feel it. Like
I agree with that too.
Hope they don't kill him off.
Nah, I feel like that would be good for the show.
Yeah, but I mean, give us more from him.
Yeah. As of right now, with the story they went with him, I bangs with his character.
Yeah, me too. No, that nigga.
I bangs with his character. So his death shit that ass hit, and then that bleeding into the second half, the villain side, that shit was amazing.
One thing I don't understand though, all of a sudden niggas got awakening now.
Yeah.
You bangs with that?
The way they did it.
No, I'm not. Why? What I'm asking is, not that
they like give it?
The whole execution of it. I don't fuck with the execution of it. All of a sudden, these niggas awaken, and that's when we see through the villains when they fucking down and shit, and then the awakening just happened. I don't like how the execution. If you were given awakening, like I think they should have snippet of like, you know what I'm saying, like give us something prior to that.
Mark said the same thing, and this is why, at least for me, at first I didn't think it was nothing weird about it, cause I did realize like, yo, all these niggas is getting power. Remember when the frog girl then went on their little mission with the sea dude? They told you about the drug that was enhancing devil fruits, and then the doctor came with the quirks, the drug that was enhancing the quirks.
Yeah.
That was like bringing it to another level.
Yeah, giving them more power.
Yeah, and then the doctor told us about Sugar Rocky backstory, and he spoke about awakenings, but it was like scientific shit. And then they told you about All for One from the origin, and he was also talking about quirks can awaken. And then with the no movement.
Wait, what? When did they say quirks can awaken? In that same season?
Yeah, season 5 when All for One was talking to One for All and shit. Yeah, But it was before we saw them niggas started awakening. Yes, it was.
I know, but I'm saying that doesn't make it difference.
For me, that felt like the setup.
You got it.
That felt like the setup for me.
Nah, that's not a great setup.
I didn't see anything specifically wrong with it.
That's like that's a slick.
You saying it's like a cop out?
Yeah, basically. that's what it is to me.
I didn't feel like that. I think like, okay. I felt like
it's like this. He basically just it's like like quirks can evolve or whatever. Then whoop.
If it was
a couple episodes after,
evolve.
If it was
after,
start evolving.
If it was after, I would agree with you. But since that shit came before, I thought it was a setup. I don't necessarily agree with that.
4 seasons, we've never seen anything.
Especially but before that, we saw Deku quirk awakening and evolving with Black Whip.
That's different. That's a different quirk, and it makes sense to why that's happening to him because all the niggas out there's not.
And the big
prior to
and the big
when him had quirks. I'm like that would have been my question honestly.
Oh, also, and that was a part of the like they told you of like that's why people would have sex and merge quirks and all that.
And they quirk and shit. But this is different. Them niggas not having sex. Like they just died.
But the quirk itself.
The quirk took a piece of all these niggas. And when it's passed down.
I'm just
so it makes sense.
In general, like
however you look at it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I would always wonder.
Like DNA mixing.
Not only that, but I would always wonder what happened to the other niggas' quirk. If all four is being passed down, like does that have anything to do?
Nah, I actually never thought about that.
I would wonder about that. Like when they use their
power. Actually, at first I thought that they probably was just picking niggas with no quirks.
That's what I thought too, but then
because then we like All Might was the only one that didn't have his own quirk. I'm like, before we found out, I thought they was just picking niggas with no quirk.
Yeah, that shit cop out.
That's
cop out. That shit just felt like what the fuck. All these niggas started waking the shit right then and there, and it's like, my nigga.
I could see it, but
what was that girl shit?
Which one? The one that could change into people?
She could now have their powers, right?
Yeah. That shit OP.
That's fucking OP.
That shit was OP. But now I see what you're saying. It just didn't feel like that to me at the time. I thought that the progression was actually like pretty. It wasn't like no amazing shit, but it didn't feel like a cop out.
First 4 seasons was nothing at all. 5 seasons. Oh, let's go hard. Let's start. Quirk can evolve. Next 2 episodes. I'm evolving. Not a nugget. I'm evolving. Everybody just start fucking evolving. So it's like, well, damn, nigga.
Destro.
Y'all niggas is special.
Destro also said that he was also studying.
All the fucking years, these are the first niggas to evolve.
Who said that?
No, I'm just saying, because, I mean, they never mentioned this shit for the first fucking first force, and the doctor just made a discovery. So it's like, these are the first niggas to evolve? So it's like...
I mean, it just...
Now that's my question. Are they the first to evolve?
I don't think...
Because if he made the discovery, like, Quirk could evolve. If he's... Because really, that's what he was saying. Because if he's, like, saying, like, oh, wait, Quirks can evolve, that means there was never scientific theory behind anything prior to that. And that's bad if that's the case.
We gotta wait. That's one of the things I would wait to see in the future.
I'm killing this shit!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm killing this shit, bro. Nah, stop it, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This is when you gotta break these motherfucking shit down, bro.
This nigga been watching too much Totally Not Mark.
That's a fact.
Yo, Mark, come get your nigga.
Hey, man, stop it. Hey.
Nah, but anywho, other than that, what you feel about the villain part of it?
Villain shit was fire. That was the highlight for me. That shit brought the show. If the show just had them niggas that corner with name and not have the villain, nah. But one thing I was always confused about though was what's his name again? Toshiriki? Shikaniki?
Bro, easy to edit.
Shikaraki. For one thing, I always thought what Shigaraki. I thought this dude was the son of the previous One for All.
Wasn't he All Might's master grandson?
No, they never said that before.
They did.
They never said that was his grandson. We only learned that till season 5.
No,
Then we learned until season 5 that's her grandson.
No, that was season.
Because when they were talking, no, because when okay, what that conversation that All For One and All Might had when they had that fight and shit.
Yeah, that's when he said.
Did he said grandmother or did he said mother? That's the question. Because I believe he said. I never heard any grandmother. I heard mother. Like I heard he said he was saying that did you know what's the name have a son? I never heard any grandmother.
No, I think that's her grandson.
I gotta rewatch that shit. When he had that conversation with All For Might. All For One? No, All For One I hate that fucking name, bro. Like, I be getting mixed up between All For One and One For All. Like, this shit just comes out weird. Anyway, All For One had that conversation with All Might. I didn't hear any grandmother. I heard son. She had a son. So I thought they were alluding to the Ash nigga.
Shigaraki. Yeah, I think it is him, but I think that was her grandson. But
no. We know that it's a grandson now, but I'm just saying, was it established before that that's his grandmother, or was that his mother?
I think his grandmother.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they take that nigga out. Because he was not only touching niggas, like he was fucking these niggas up, bro. Like he was. You saw what he was doing?
Because when his shit awakened, he went from he don't have to touch you to
that's what I'm saying.
No more.
How the fuck they
he could do that shit in an area.
That's what I'm saying. Like how the fuck that's gonna? I don't know. Bro.
SOP.
How they gonna take this nigga out?
But yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty good season. I liked the first half of them niggas training and showing you their growth. I thought it was great coming off of season 4. I give that shit 8.5. I give that shit 8.5.
I give it a 7. I like it as a 7. It was good. Is this like if you compare? What do you put the other seasons?
Oh yeah, you think that's the best season?
Season 5?
Yeah.
No.
I think it's either between season 3 or 4.
The best season?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think season 5 is better than all previous seasons. Previous seasons is crazy.
Now that I think about it that way, 8.5 is kind of.
Nah, it's high.
Because where the fuck is season? Them 2 niggas. They might be 9s. They might season 3 or 4, whichever one. There might be 2 9s in there. They could be. I'm sick of my gut. When I watched it, I don't even.
The Million, all these niggas, them shit was lit.
When I watched it, my gut at the end of it told me 8.5. So I'm gonna stick with 8.5.
Right.
And we wasn't recording before that was the season, so I didn't do it for. I might have to rewatch, and then we could probably do it for all of it. But for this shit, my gut told me my satisfaction level was at 8.5.
All right, he said 8.5. I say 7. I went up to 7, so that's a good thing. I went from 6.8 to 7. That's great.
I think that says how we gonna get this nigga. He got a problem with fucking My Hero.
I don't have a problem. I love My Hero.
No,
that's the problem with the execution. This shit is trash.
Yeah. I know that you gon' say 'cause you need something real.